initial blink, it finally gets bright. All of us felt motivated. Thank you. The orientation session for NCC and sports will be held on 10th of July in IISU AV Hall from 10:45 to 11:45, and the orientation session for cultural will be held on 11th of July in IISU AV Hall.
So all set to start, girls?
Yes, sir.
So, good morning once again.
Good morning, sir.
So, a typical classroom kind of a good morning. Good morning, sir. Anyways, so no more, lectures from my side, no more motivational speeches from my side. It's more of a fun time for next, around 45 minutes to an hour's time. We'll be more into activities for this next half an hour to 1 hour, and perhaps we would also come out with certain lessons, hopefully, as to how a team works. Right? Sounds interesting. So I would request all of you to have a sheet of paper with you and a pen with you. Only one, that's great. So since we have only chocolates to give, so there's nothing other prize that I can give you if you win this game, right? So it's more of the chocolate as prizes that we'll come up with once you score the highest. Now, this is a little fun, guys, girls, and we will talk about certain very common aspects of our life, and you will have to score yourself. I will give you certain parameters, you will have to score yourself. Perhaps 5 or 10, maybe, we will decide how many chocolates do we have and we'll distribute accordingly. So, we'll start with this. How many of you, are we ready or still we'll have to wait? Shall we start? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Are you tired?
No, sir.
Okay. Even if you are, I have remedy for that as well. Don't worry. So, let's start. How many of you, the day started at 9:30, I believe, today? Okay. How many of you were on time today? Exactly at 9:30 or before that? See, this game requires a great deal of honesty. I'm not going to cross-check anyways. So, if you have been on time today at 9:30, give yourself 8 points. Done? How many of you came over here today either by a two-wheeler or a car? Either by a two-wheeler or a car. Give yourself 5 points. Done? How many of you over here are wearing a watch? Great. So give yourself 5 more points. Fair enough, shall we move ahead? How many of you over here are wearing a ring? Ring. And how many of you are wearing 2 rings? Okay, give yourself minus 5 points for every ring that you have. So if you have 2, give yourself minus 10. If it's 1, give yourself minus 5. Is there any girl out here with blue eyes? The blue-eyed baby. Okay, that had 10 points, but unfortunately there's no one around, I believe. Anyways, let's move on to the next question. In your entire apparel that you're wearing right now, if you have anything that is pink in color, yeah, great, give yourself 10 points. If you have anything that is pink in color, and it shouldn't be close to pink, it should be only pink. So no red and no burgundies and no magentas allowed. Right? How many of you did hug your mom or dad today? In the morning. So give yourself 10 points. आप लोगों में से कितने लोगों के घरों में आज बर्तन नहीं धुले थे सुबह को जब आप आए थे? Dishes were not left clean. Okay, give yourself -10 please. Right. Next. You guys must be crazy about social media, I believe. So how many of you used Facebook today from the morning? Give yourself -20 please. No, hands are down. So please be honest in this game, right? So if you have used Facebook today, please give yourself -20. How many of you are wearing a band, that friendship band kind of a thing in your hands? Yes, that's it, yeah. So how many of you, okay, give yourself -5 please. Okay, count all the buttons that you have in your apparels, in your wares, and if they are white, for every button that you have, give yourself 1 point, right? If they are white, give yourself -1. So most of your white buttons I believe, right? So if the buttons are not white in color, you get 1 point, and if they are white in color, you get -1. So let's say if you have 5 buttons in your shirts, and they're white in color, you get -5. If they're not white in color, you get 5 points. So are we done? Great. How many of you have safety pins with you? Anyone? Not a valid question? Okay. So days are gone of safety pins, I believe, right? Last question. One has. Okay, so you need to do -2. Okay. How many of you have pets at your home? Okay, do a +5 for yourself. So girls, please add up your score now. And I hope you're good at maths. So all the pluses and minuses. A score can also go into negatives. So are we done? Totaled? So how many of you have scores less than 0? Oh, there are few. Great. Fantastic. So how many of you have scores between 1 and 10? 1 and 10. How many of you have scores between 10 to 20? Oh, huge number. And how many of you have scores above 20? Right, great. Above 30. So we have, just keep your hands up. Please keep your hands up. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and we have exactly 10 chocolates to give you. So can we do it right now? So I would request somebody to please help me out on that. Please stop. If you need chocolates, please keep your hands up. We could miss on one or two maybe, I think. Right, thank you so much. So hope you enjoyed this exercise, small exercise, and thank you for your participation. Let's come up with another fantastic activity which will show to you, or which will show to us in fact, which will showcase to us as to how you deal in situations, right? So for that I need certain volunteers, or we can rather select it in this way. How many of you over here whose birthday is between 1st to 5th of any month for that matter? तारीख जो है 1 से 5 के बीच में. So just keep your hands up please for me to count the numbers. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Is you also are there, the last one? Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay, so between 1 to 3. Between 1 to 4. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3. Please keep your hands up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, all 9 of you please come out. Please come out on the stage. I hope we were 10. So you can just come up the dais, please, on the stage. So you are the showstoppers, I believe. I'll be there on that side. So we are how much? 4, 5. We are 10 numbers, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Perfect. So you need to stand in a circle, in a kind of a circle, all 10 of you. Form a circle. I can stand that side, I believe. So let's see how it works out for you. This is going to be an interesting activity. Please be a little, close to each other. Yes, that's fine. Okay. Now listen to the instructions very carefully, and perhaps, if time permits, we will give you, other group also the chance to do that as well. And if there's any feedback that you'd like to share, you are most welcome to do that. So, आपके सामने जो खड़ी हैं, right? उनके right hand से, अपने right hand से उनका right hand पकड़िए. The person standing in front of you. Hold her right hand with your right hand. Right? Done? Okay. Now उसी same व्यक्ति का left hand पकड़िए अपने left hand से. So you are into knots now. Is that fine, girls? Now without leaving your hands, without breaking the knot, you have to get out of the group. Without breaking the knots that you are into, you have to get out of the group. So first thing what you have to do, and then start doing it. Discuss, take some time, and then start. Wonderful, good try. Attempted, oh, fantastic. So one of them is out, oh, very good, fantastic. So this is saying using all means to get a work done. Think, you are close. ऐसा लग रहा है ज्यादा उलझ गए पहले से. Okay, so not getting any ideas now? Okay, fair enough, we can release the locks now. You can free yourself. Thanks, well attempted. Please, give them a big round of applause for being so participative. Thank you, you can be seated, please. Anyways, the group was a little larger, and I deliberately kept it a little larger because once you get up to a group of 10 or 12, it becomes a little difficult. However, this was a pretty difficult situation, and why I did this activity, the debrief of this was to understand there could be many instances in life where you find yourself in a huddle, find yourself in such hurdles, where you have to move out, keeping your cool at every point of time. Generally what happens in this activity is, and which I really appreciate I didn't found with you, is that people tend to panic a lot. अरे ये क्या हो रहा है? क्यों नहीं निकल पा रहे हम? And this again, they start kind of getting very nervous and irritating around it, which was not the case with you. So really appreciate your effort, girls. Good going, and you are superstars for that matter. Great, please clap for yourself. Thanks. So how many of you like to play around with balloons over here? So for that to do, I think there are many who haven't raised their hands. So for that you'll have to do a small, a task for yourself, that you'll blow up a balloon for yourself. Perhaps yes, we can do that. Though all can be part of this activity again because of the lack of space. So you have to blow up the balloons to certain decent size, but not like an orange or an apple. So it's time to re-energize yourself, blow the balloons. And utilize some of your stored energies from the morning. So tie a knot around it. Leave some space so that you can tie a knot around it. So ma'am, the girls seem to be enjoying this activity a lot. So I think this should be a part of everyday schedule to give these girls some balloons to blow, I think, every day. So how many of you over here whose birthday falls between 25 to 30? Okay. Of anyone? Okay, chalega. 25 to 31st. Done. So please raise your hands, keep your hands raised. I want to get a head count for that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so girls who have raised their hands right now from 25th to 31st, please come on stage. So we're going to do this activity for... Please preserve some balloons for activity also. At least 10 in numbers. So you, how many are you now? Come, no worries. So can we take a head count? How many we are? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, and 18 and 19. Fair enough. So we can divide it into two groups. This activity would be for two groups, and it will be a kind of competition where one team will win. Right? But at the end of it, you won't get any chocolate. But at the end of this activity, you won't get any chocolates this time around. Right? So we have... can first 10 from my left, the first 10 can come up on the stage, please? The first 10. You can also be part of it, so we can perfect. You need to stand in a circle again. Out of the esteemed staff members over here, I would require one as a volunteer or as a judge for that matter. If anybody of you can please come up and... You want to, please you can come, no worries. Okay, so now the game is pretty simple, girls. Please listen to the instructions very carefully. Be थोड़ा सा दूर हो जाइए, right? Okay, fair enough. No, इतना भी नहीं. So you have balloons in your hand. You have to keep on passing the balloon within the group, right? And you don't have to hold the balloon in your hand, correct? Your left hand must not be used in this activity. Only right hand has to be used. For that matter, right palm, not even the hand. Right? And you have to keep on rotating the balloon. उसको घुमाते रहना है in your entire group. Fair enough? Now two conditions. Just a minute. Please listen to the instructions first. क्या हो गया? May I complete? Thanks. So, if the balloon goes down, you're not going to pick it up. You get -2 points. Right? If your feet moves, wherever your feet are, it should be stationed. It cannot move. Your body can move, but your feet can't. Is that fine? If it does, you get a -1. So, the score in this game is always going to be negative. Right? So, out of the two teams which score less will be the winner. Correct? So, you get 1 minute from now to strategize first. Right? And 2 minutes for the activity. So you now can discuss around what to do, what not to do, and for this you get 1 minute. Please start the discussion now. You don't do it. Come on. You're not supposed to do it right now. Okay, your time's done now. You can stop. So, wow, fantastic. So you have scored -23. Alright, so next team, please come up. You can take your balloons with you. And post this activity you will have. So if you want for a better look, you can come up. It's fine. So a minute's time to think and strategize and practice, whatever. रुकिए, अपना स्कोर तो देख के जाइए। टीम कौन सी जीती है तो देखो। अभी they will start. I give him the practice time.
दोनों हाथ
Okay. So your time is over now and time for action. So keep your balloons in hand. Start. Okay, your time's over now. Just stop. Yes. Oh, this team is a clear winner.
यहाँ पे रोटेशन की बात थी, रोटेशन ना इन्होंने किया ढंग से ना उन्होंने किया, मैं जो बैलेंसिंग की बात थी उसके हिसाब से।
People better. Yeah. So most of time the balloon score was like. So for all those who were not part of this activity, or otherwise as well, can carry this balloon with yourself as a token of appreciation from our side. Right, with this, thank you so much for your time and participation. I would like to take your leave and hope to see you again. Thank you so much.
The strength of the team lies in the individual, and the strength of the individual is in the team. This is a true win-win strategy. Thank you, sir, for such an exuberant and energizing.
So much. Morning, girls. Okay, so I think after a very interesting session, let's now just move on a little bit to what are your expectations from college life? Right? So anybody can really put it into words. What are your expectations from college life? What do you hope to achieve in these 3 years that you're going to be here? Somebody, yeah, thank you so much. I was just about to go home. Yeah.
Some confidence to face off real life and learn some great experiences which could really help in achieving good career opportunities or.
Great. Thank you so much. Confidence, learning experiences, and very much hopefully a degree, right? So, first thing that we need to do is that I'm sure you all have heard this time and again. We keep on hearing this कि हम जो बनना चाहें हम वो बन सकते हैं, right? You can be anything that you want. Okay? So what do you want to be? One word. What do you want to be?
Successful.
Stand up. Tell me. Whosoever's got the answers. What do you want to be? Successful. You know, at my age, I just want to be kind. But it's good if you want to be successful. But let me tell you, one of the main factors of being successful is helping others and being compassionate and kind. You'll have a host of people who will tell you, don't help others, It's a dog-eat-dog world out there. You know, the competition is very severe. Let me tell you a couple of things. First of all, there is no competition. Your only competition is yourself. Okay? Your only competition is yourself. We're just going to take up some very little things, what I feel you should pay attention to in your 3 years of university, in your college life, to get the maximum out of it, right? Now the first thing is, I think you all have got papers and pencils with you? Yeah. Can you just please take out a paper and a pencil? And dil pe haath rakh ke, please clear out a small strip also. Are we ready? In the next 1 minute, write a compliment for the girl sitting next to you. Okay? The one who doesn't have immediately somebody next to her can write somebody from the other side. A person can get 2 compliments in a day. It will make the day. And a compliment, please, girls. You know, you are nice is not a compliment. It's actually an insult. It means you can't even think of something कि यार मैं कुछ सोच के अच्छा बोलूँ. Nice होते हैं, करेले अच्छे होते हैं, है ना? घिया, मम्मी घिया बना दे. हाँ, ठीक है. कैसी थी घिया? It was nice. Right? You don't say that about pasta or paneer ki sabji, do you? So, please, a specific compliment to the girl sitting next to you. Fold it and keep it with you. And please ensure that each one of you is getting a slip. So if you have somebody can also do the best part, you know. You can write 2 of them in case the one next to you doesn't have anybody. Just take 2 minutes, look at the person, and let us see what you can compliment them about. You're all such beautiful young girls. Yes? You know, I remember when I was in my school, and it should be a sincere compliment, because when I was in my school and we did this exercise, and I'm talking almost close to 30 years ago, one of my friends wrote the compliment, ki, your nose is very nice. So I knew she was being sarcastic. Right? So no sarcasm, please. Let's have a good, sincere compliment, something we can hold as we go through college. इतना नहीं सोचना पड़ना चाहिए. तो ऐसा सोचो जैसे फॉर्म भरने से पहले हम CUSD भरवाते थे. Seriously, girls had less discussion about which course to opt for, और CUSD पे ज़्यादा. मैम CUSD कौन सा ले? बेटा कोई भी ले लो 6 महीने. नहीं मैम. So can you make it a little faster than the CUSD selection if you don't mind? Are we done? Okay, now fold it and pass it to the person next to you. And receive your own also, please. Somebody can write 2. Somebody can write 2, like I said. But everybody should have a slip to hold on to. You write another one for her. Why are you looking so confused? You look like a brilliant young girl in the red top. Write down one more for your friend on this side. Fold it. Keep it with you. Okay, now let's move on. How many of you are above 18 now? How many of you are above 18 now? Okay, how many are going to be above 18 before this year ends? All, I hope so. Or do we have some like really young, brilliant achievers here जो 15 साल में कॉलेज में पहुंच गए? नहीं, कई लोग बिल्कुल हाथ नहीं उठा रहे. मैं बोलूँगी 2 साल बाद 18 हो जाएंगे तो भी हाथ नहीं उठाएंगे. So I'm like, you know, I missed something out there. So what does being 18 mean? Come on. Yeah, adult, I've got this. So, awesome. So what does being an adult mean? Let me break it down now. Right? So what does being an adult mean? Yeah, let's just have the answers. Yeah. Quite mature. I am not quite mature and I am old, not an adult. I am aged practically. Yeah. Legal to drive. I love that. Yes. What else? We'll hold on to that thought. Right. Eligible for everything. I am not eligible for everything. How can you be eligible for everything?
Eligible to
Okay.
vote.
So what else?
Eligible to vote.
Eligible to vote. I love, hold that thought. How many of you got your voter's ID card? Well, before the year ends, please get it made. That's one power you hold, you know. If you don't get your voter ID card made and you don't vote, you don't get a chance to crib about politicians. That's the only reason I vote. So I get to crib, right? So I get to, you know, do my daily dose of lambasting somebody. My husband is saved and I lambast the politicians. So, okay, so there is legal, able to drive and do anything. Right? What else? Anybody can think of something else? May had maturity, of course. Yes? Independent. Okay. Right, sorry? Legal to watch adult movies. Well, I will take that to mean I trust you're not watching any right now. Okay. So, let's come to this now. One thing that, on a very serious note, girls, the first thing I would like to tell you, that the legally and adult part is very important, right? Let me give you a small example about how legally being an adult can have far-reaching changes in your life which we may not understand. Suppose, I hope none of you were from that specific, you know, student batch, but if you caught cheating in classes 9th or 11th, what do you think would happen? Sorry? Suspended. मम्मी पापा को बुला लिया, है ना? मम्मी पापा ने बोल दिया अब तुम एक हफ्ता टीवी नहीं देखोगे. थोड़ा सा आसपास फ्रेंड्स में थोड़ी सी मतलब एक बड़ी शर्म सी महसूस हुई. बहुत सारी शर्म इसलिए भी होती थी कि क्या यार पकड़े गए, है ना? I was not smart enough not to get caught. What happens if you're caught cheating after 18? It becomes an offense. If the college so wishes, you can actually go to jail for it. And the same thing applies to a lot of other things, girls. It applies to driving. It applies to with or without a license. It applies to so many other things. You are now legally an adult. Remember how angry we all were when that juvenile rapist of Nirbhaya walked? Yes? And none of us could do anything about it. Because he was protected under the Juvenile Act. Because there is protection, in spite of whatever it might be. The law does protect the best of the children who have been misled and the worst of scum like this. So you now become legally an adult. So please be responsible. The laws of the nation now apply to you. A casual comment, a post on a social media account can hold you legally responsible. I told my sons the same thing. I said, if before you turned 18, if you did something, even the smallest of things or the largest of things, the maximum which happens is your parents are called. Right? Frankly, that is enough. Now, your parents are like, they're the Supreme Court, CGI and the DGP rolled into one. But now it's legally an offense, so I cannot stress this enough. Girls, be very careful. So there was this very nice thing about, legally able to drive. How many of you can drive? I so love this. Women power. How many of you can change a tire? Right, the women power just went down. Because every time we women drive and then there's something, so we say कि हेलो हाँ मैं यहाँ खड़ी हूँ, एक चौराहा सा है ना, वो वहां से सड़क जाती है, उधर एक बड़ी सी होर्डिंग लगी, हाँ मेरा ना वो टायर पंचर हो गया है. Why? Because see, this attitude is not just, it's not just driving, it's not just having a punctured tire. This attitude is, I'm independent, one leg, I'm dependent, the other leg. Right? You want to capsize. So what you do is that, okay, thank you for that vote of confidence. So what you're going to do is that you have to be, I purposely give this example because what it means is that when we stand up and say, we are independent, we are educated, I want my rights, and then we fall back upon, पता है क्या, हम लोग गए थे पहली बार खाने पे और उसने ना बोला कि you pay your own way. I'll never go out with him again. Oh, we expect chivalry. She is not going to go out with him again, definitely. Right? She just remembered, oh my God, I did this. But see, that's what equality means, equality, girls. Right? For us, the women, equality means कि we want the husband to help at home, पर जो बाहर के, मैं गाड़ी सर्विस कराने लेके जाऊंगी. I mean, like, what? मतलब garage में क्या rapist रहते हैं सारे? They're just hardworking men like any other. So, when you become an adult, it becomes part of your responsibility as girls that if you want equality, don't expect any privilege. Don't fall back upon, हम तो लड़कियां हैं, हमें धूप में चलना पड़ेगा, इतनी दूर जाना पड़ेगा, बस से आना पड़ेगा. I'm sorry. If you want to be treated as an adult, as a citizen, then you be treated and behave like that. You want to be treated as a whiny girl? Go ahead. Absolutely your call. Now, as we go on, I'm just going to be touching a little bit upon that what can we do in these 3 years of college, right? Girls, see, we have been in education for a very long time, right? This university has passed out thousands of young girls who are making a mark across the world. There is a very, very small difference which we have realized over the years. I can only tell you, you're most welcome to take your own call on it, you know. The rules are very simple, that you have to be regular to college. There is a 75% attendance as per the UGC guidelines. But see, that's all separate. Okay, na? Because ultimately, it is you who are going to decide what you're going to be doing in these 3 years. We have realized that girls who are regular to college and in the classes consistently fare almost 10% better, 10% than the girls who aren't. We are here, we teach. We even teach one student. We don't cancel classes in this university, right? I've got one student, I love that girl for coming all the way. I'm not going to tell her, Ajay, तुम्हारी friends नहीं आई आज? हाँ? चलो चलो तुम भी जाओ. Why? वो आई है ना? वो भी तो एक इंसान है. Right? My responsibility towards her is as much as towards the other 39 girls in my class. I will not shortchange my student. So, be regular. And the second very, very simple part. बेटा घर ही रहना है उसके बाद या नौकरी पे ही जाना है उसके बाद. Why do you want to start it early? Enjoy these 3 years of college. You will miss them. Everybody misses them. That's a fact of life. So be regular, enjoy, take part in all the activities of the college. That is what college life is for. It's for growth. It's for looking within. It's for confidence. It's for learning. It's for experiences. You have chosen these subjects out of choice. You had a choice for every activity. And then, you know, नहीं वो घर पे हैं. फिर महीने के भर बाद मेडिकल भिजवा दिया, टाइफाइड हो गया था. फिर उसके बाद आ जाता है कि डेंगू हो गया था. फिर उसके बाद आ जाता है कि मैंने स्वाइन फ्लू हो गया था. I'm surprised the girl is alive, frankly. Seriously. Why? Why put yourself through lies, your parents through this, simply because you would rather sleep? यार पूरी जिंदगी पड़ी है सोने को. Come to college. और अब काफी दिन हो गए छुट्टी को, एग्जाम्स खत्म हो गए थे मार्च, राइट? अप्रैल मई जून 3 महीने से घर हो यार. अब तो मम्मी पापा भी परेशान होंगे तुम्हारी शक्लें देख के. हाँ सीरियसली सोचोगे घर से निकले तो थोड़ी सफाई करूँ, उसका कमरा साफ करूँ भी तो. Hey, don't enter my room. It's fine. Nobody wants to enter your room either way. It's like a, you know, graveyard of bombs and refusal. So now the first thing is that you see many of you are coming from schools together, from colonies together, who know each other, right? That's wonderful. It's so great to have a person, you know, a familiar face in unfamiliar surroundings. Today, the university and the college feels very new to you. Within 6 months, you'll be like, you know, that ownership will come. So it's very nice if you have somebody with you. But that should not stop you from reaching out to others. Because see, there are only 2 ways we can grow in life. One is to meet new people. Talk to them, listen to them, ask them questions. And the second is to read. Right? I'm from the Department of English, and of course I'm an absolutely voracious reader, so I put a great deal of importance by reading. And you students, so you should be able to read. जो adults में आ जाते हैं उनको तो मैं self grooming के लिए कहती हूँ कि आप इस डब्बे के ऊपर वो देख लो आप, see the videos, philosophers, Western thinkers, the mobile I mean, right? So in these, make new friends. On a very, very professional side, let me tell you, right? These 3 years are the base of your career. The networking, the friends, the circle that you make here are going to be there and bonding with you as you go on in life. So if you really don't want to be those 2 girls who spend the entire 3 years sitting in one corner and only talking to each other, step out, reach out, talk to people, make new friends, learn about others. That is the only way you can grow. The second part, which is again as important, is that, you know, all of us so long to have beginnings, don't we? Right? So this is a beginning for all of you. I'm sure there's already been a lot of, you know, shopping and which haircut to sport, and I've always had this hair when I was in school and now I want to change. And I had one student who had, you know, one of my friends, as soon as she finished 12th, she said, I want to dye my hair half green. So we were like, okay. So she said, and so we said, okay, if you get above 95%, you can dye your hair green. So she got 97. So now we have a very nice child whose half hair are green. So we're the worst things in life. And it's temporary. Anyway, so, you know, you've been there, you know, we've done the new wardrobe, which kind of pens, which bag will look good. That's all important. That makes you feel confident. There's no harm in that, you know. We are very much a part of all that. But beyond that is one very, very crucial thing which new beginnings give us, girls. And that is, this is the perfect time to kick a bad habit. Perfect time. It could be anything. It could be, you know, I bite my nails, and I'm going to bite my nails in college. Okay? So I see a lot of girls looking at their nails. I'm the same, don't worry. I couldn't kick it in college. So, whatever. So, you know, I tend to use this words. I'll change this. My handwriting is not this. I'm very careless about my assignments. I don't take care of my things. Whatever little bit of habit you want to change, a new beginning gives you that motivation and impetus. So you take it. The second thing what I would like to tell you that you do in these 3 years of college is a couple of things. The first is, remember, this is the base for your career. I think most of you here are from professional courses, right? You've got BBA, BSc, BCA. Because we teach these students through the years, and even otherwise I've even taught up till MBA in another college. Many times when we come to the point of making the resume or the CV of a child, there's a big challenge, right? And the challenges are like, let me give you a couple of things. The first is that, you know, a very, very basic thing, hobby. You know, we have this column in your CV, interests. Okay? So, can I have some good hobbies? Who's got any hobbies you've got? Sorry? Planting trees? Who said planting trees? Or mere kaan baj rahe hain. Okay, you did say that? Okay. So how many trees have you planted?
We have to yesterday 50 plants.
Okay. And that is the first time you planted? So how many trees have you planted till date? Which trees did you plant yesterday? Rose is a shrub. Trees. You said trees, na? All type of plants. So say, okay, that's very good. That's a good one. What else? Any other hobbies? Reading. Okay, so what are you reading right now? Okay, who's the author? Okay, this is the first novel you're reading by this author?
Yeah.
What made you choose him?
I read the introduction of the novel
Where? Okay, so you're just scrolling through and you found that book. Okay, anybody else? Reading. Okay, so what are you reading right now?
Ma'am, I read 5 novels.
Till date or in this month? Can you call it a hobby?
Plus, I used to play basketball.
Play basketball. Okay. So, see girls, I tell you something. I've been in recruitment for many years now, right? I've done even recruitments for Reliance earlier. And many years in my administrative profile. I've had interviews like with a teacher, right? A teacher who's applied for a school post. Ki, what is your hobby? Ma'am, reading. I said, okay. So, what are you reading right now? Oh, ma'am, आजकल तो ना time ही नहीं मिलता है. बच्चे छोटे हैं ना? So, तो मैम चलिए आपने लास्ट क्या पढ़ा था, जो भी पढ़ा था, ओके आपने प्रेमचंद पढ़ा है, कुछ भी पढ़ा है, यू टेल मी. टैगोर पढ़ा है, आपने लास्ट क्या पढ़ा था? मैम वो कहानी है ना एक वो 2 बैल वाली, किसकी है मैम? बहुत टाइम हो गया एक्चुअली अभी. एंड दैट्स वेरी कॉमन. For a Reliance interview, I had this person. Okay, what is your interest? Ma'am, music. So I said even Kishore Kumar wouldn't say his interest is music, okay? Or whatever. आजकल कौन से singers हैं? Arijit Singh or whatever. So I said, okay, what music? Instrumental? No, ma'am, singing. Very nice. So you sing? No, I don't sing, ma'am. I listen. Okay. I said, so you're fond of listening to music? I said, yes. I said, what? Classical? Semi-classical? No, ma'am. Hindi song? Bollywood? Okay, so I said, that's so nice. So, who's your favorite singer? All. I mean, immense confidence. So I said, okay. And still, I mean, just taking it further. Maybe, some favorite lyricist. कोई तो सिंगर होगा. मैडम सब सुनता हूँ, मैं FM रोज सुनता हूँ. But you see what happens is every time you talk of an interest, I as an employer want to know that are you willing to balance your work, studies and your passion? A passion or a hobby means you're a person who has got a brain which can work slightly higher level. So what happens? My advice to you is in these 3 years, develop a passion very professionally to put it on your resume. Listen to music, dance बहुत होता है गर्ल्स का. कौन सा डांस है बेटा? डांस. हाँ मैम डांस. हाँ तो फिर कौन सा डांस आप सीख रहे हो? नहीं मैम वो बॉलीवुड है ना हमारा. मैम एकदम मैं ना करीना कपूर की तरह कर लेती हूँ. तो दिखा दे यार मेरे को, बाकी तो देखी जाएगी. So what? So if you're talking